Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video of Hubert, and I'm bringing you back another update for my Buffalo State Hospital Minecraft map, and what is also going to be probably my last video for at least a while, as I am officially now in the process of moving, so by the end of the month I will have moved to a new house, and so I'm going to be busy with that, and so yeah, probably won't be uploading again until at least after that, but I'll see what I can do in the meantime. But as you can see, I have been working, one of the things I've been working on are property lines. So I did kind of talk about this a bit in one of my community posts, and I also talk about such things in my Discord server, but basically, yeah, I'm working on the property ledges. And so what's very interesting is that it makes it appear as though the building is actually on an angle here, even though in Minecraft I built it, on the standard 90 degree. So it's pretty interesting. So that is something I'm definitely working on. It's been a bit of a slow process. It's a little difficult to kind of figure out the exact angle. So, but I am still working on that. It is a work in progress. And so heading towards the actual building itself, so we still have the administration building and the east wing. And as you can see, I've also been clearing away some of the snow, and also just been working on the actual building here, so just adding some more detail here and there. So the basic structure is done, it's just a matter of adding in detail. So just making it look a little nicer than it was. So I even added the windows on the roofs of the towers. I've been working on some of the details of the towers. I even added in the actual iron grating that would have originally been up here, so it was later removed, but it was there originally. So yeah, administration building looks a little tad bit nicer, and I also did kind of work on the porch a little bit as well. So kind of got the ceilings in here done, so just stands out, looks, again, just a whole lot nicer. Fixed up the doors here, so yeah, doors look nicer as well, and a little bit more accurate. And as for the inside, as you can see, I've been working on the actual, wall stenciling, so this is actually what it would have been. So in past updates, this was just white, although I did kind of work on this. I also added in signs, as well as doors. So yeah, doors is another thing I've also been working on. You can also see it on the exterior. So I decided to use shelves for as doors, and it actually looks a lot nicer. So yeah, some of these side areas are still white, so they probably will be white. So yeah, more detail. Took the time to put in the actual fireplaces with the little Minton tile underneath it. So they go all the way up, and they actually do connect to the actual chimneys that are outside, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they're also in these rooms. So these rooms as well to the side here. So yeah, rooms are labeled, some of them at least. So yeah, we have the superintendent's office, which connects to the medical office. And I also have been adding in detail in some of the actual rooms here. So like the apothecary, for example, has some interior detail here. So kind of going towards the back here. So yeah, I can see I carried the this new stenciling all the way to basically the curved connector that goes to mail ward A. Also did fix up the back of the administration building a little bit, so to my knowledge, this is what it would have originally looked like. So it looks a lot nicer than it did in the past. So yeah, here's the staircase, the main staircase, even worked on that. So yeah, second floor, basically very similar to the main floor, as well as the third floor here. So yeah, this, like, the main corridor and staircase doesn't really change that much. So yeah, even kind of fixed up the windows back here. And going on to the fourth floor, as you can see, we even have the chapel in place. So you have the dormers at the back. So yeah, this was the original chapel. So yeah, got all of the pews in place, and I still need to add in, like the front, what's it called, the stage thing. But also, this room did also double as sort of like an auditorium. So at the back, there would have been another stage for, like, performances, shows, stuff like that. So basically, kind of a multi-purpose space pretty much. So yeah, more doors here on the fourth floor, and we also do have the actual entrance to the towers now. So the interior of the towers is something I've also been working on. So just trying to kind of figure out all of this stuff here. So yeah, you come up the stairs here. This is how you actually get to the fourth floor. And then you have another staircase that goes up to the fifth floor. And this is the base of the towers here. So like a little, there's a little side area, and then you have ladders here that go up to the actual towers from here and on. And there's also like these doors here that lead to what I'm guessing is some sort of attic space. So this would have been located just above the chapel, and it's basically part of the roof here. And so yeah, it's not on the actual plans, but from I'm guessing this is this is what just makes the most sense for it to be basically an attic space. So yeah, here are the ladders, and you climb up through the different levels of the towers. So the 3 levels, so you have like the first level here, which is pretty tall, and it gets a little bit shorter on the second floor here. So yeah, added in actual like windows here, and so it looks a tad bit nicer now. And we also have the third floor, which is the very top of the towers, as high as you can go. So it's basically the roof at this point. So yeah, very detailed as you can see. So I definitely did take some time in actually building that. So I also did that for the other tower, for the east tower. Also kind of just been working on some landscaping almost, kind of sort of. So kind of been working on the drives. As you can see, I do kind of have the footprint of some of the female ward buildings. That won't be there when I'm done with this. That's just for reference for right now. So kind of working some stuff out, so I kind of need that. It's a little bit easier having the footprint. So yeah, back of the east wing. So I've been adding in the staircases, especially the diagonal staircases on the backs of the buildings. And the male kitchen has also had a bit of a glow up, so a little bit more detailed. Have the drive leading back towards the workshop and boiler building. Have the doors, fixed up the windows a little bit, so a little more detailed there. Fixed up the monitor, and I also even added a chimney at the back here, which does show up on the plans. And as you can see, I did do the same trick that I did for my my Mount Massive Asylum map, where I added campfires at the top to basically simulate smoke. I fixed up some of the windows at the back here, so they're a little shorter than the ones at the front, which makes sense because this area at the back is raised up. There's kind of like a hill going on. And so I did add in signs, so I did actually figure out what the rooms are at the sides, since this right here is just like the main space. So the main kitchen, main kitchen area here, and you have rooms at the sides. I also figured out that this, the actual railway here that delivered food, actually went all the way up here. I took a closer look at that one photo, and yeah, it does look like the tramway went all the way up there. So you have the rooms at the sides. This is the servants' dining room from what I guess, since it's one of the larger side rooms. So, a dining room would need a little bit of space, whereas these are like storerooms. So this is like the bread room. So this would make more sense to be just like, like a storage room. Same for this vegetable room. So another kind of smaller area, and this kind of connects to the actual entrance, the back entrance to the kitchen. And you also have a scullery, which is basically a place for washing, the dishes, silverware, stuff like that. So the actual rooms that would have existed within the male kitchen are those rooms in particular. I just don't know what location they were in, since they're not labeled on the plans. The only reason I know what rooms those are is because from a newspaper that talked about it. So yeah, back of the east wing, you also have, I added in the dormer that would have been here in male ward C. So actually there was a photo taken here. So yeah, adding in the window sills, so I decided to switch over to mud brick since it kind of stands out a little bit more than the regular brick. So yeah, I'm looking back towards the main building. You can see the towers all the way from here, which is very nice, up until you get to about male ward D, really, and especially all the way at the end here, which is male ward E. So again, just been adding some more detail. I think it looks pretty good actually. So there's still some more things I can add, but this is I'm quite pleased with how this turned out actually. Don't think it looks too bad. So here's the front of Ward E. So again, adding the windowsills really helped, especially once I add in some more detail. I've been wanting to add a little bit more, but I just really have been focusing on some of the other developments. So here's another property line. So yeah, that will be the edge of the property, just to kind of give you an idea how big this property really is. I mean, we're talking over 200, just over 200 acres here, so as it would have originally been. And so, of course, in the future, there will be many other buildings here, such as Andrews Hall, the male attendance home, the male tuberculosis ward. But of course, this map right here is supposed to represent the site as it would have originally appeared in 1880, so there won't be much to see at the moment here, but for future versions, there will be. And so heading towards the main cluster of outbuildings, well, the only outbuildings, again, that we have at the moment. Also, I've been working on those a lot as well. And so as we go towards here, you can also see one of the things I really also want to work on towards the next update is vegetation. So as you can see, I have kind of been working on a couple of trees here. So yeah, those are definitely something I do want to also focus on, since it will make the site look a lot nicer than just these random buildings in the middle of what looks like basically nowhere. But boiler and workshop building, yeah, I've been working on some of the dormers, added in the doors, again, using shelves. So originally I just used walls for that. And I've also been working on the interior as well, so I do have like a two-tone wall pattern here. Instead of just it all being brick, I decided to use some quartz brick, and it looks a lot nicer actually, so it really stands out. And so, yeah, we have the workshop here. We also have the boiler room with the actual boilers now. So, again, just more detail into what I already have here, and it looks pretty good. So, yeah, engine room, and then we have the fan room, and I also, as you can see, did remove that pipe that was there. And it's down here now, since, this is how it would have been. There would have been this underground tunnel connecting the workshop and boiler building all the way to the administration building. And yeah, I need to fill that in. So I do use TNT to kind of blow away the actual land here. So I missed some spots where I need to fill it back in. Here's the laundry building, so I do have the drive kind of worked out in the front there. It looks really nice. I also have the actual staircase in now. So this exterior staircase that led down to the cellars. And I also do have windows in the cellars now, so it adds a little bit of light here. So yeah, these would have been here. So these windows that look down into the cellar. Just like the workshop and boiler building, I also worked on the interior of the laundry. So there's a separate wall pattern, so it's not just, brick. There's actual, this wood and kind of brick pattern on the inside, which is as accurate as possible as I could get it. Going on over to the ice house, so yeah, again, just kind of working some stuff out. Added some more detail to this door at the back, so it looks like an actual door now. And some slight roof detail. Just a little bit of interior. I got some posts in here, kind of these columns. Really hope you can at least see part of that. It's really dark in there. So yeah, more roof details. Added in doors, window sills. I labeled some of the rooms. Have stone flooring in there, since I know what other flooring it really would have. But that's pretty much it for the ice house. And then for our final round of outbuildings, yeah, as you can see, I finally do have the actual shed in place. So this turned out quite nicely for it being basically a custom building here, because as I have said in the past, this is the only outbuilding I really had no idea as to what it would have really looked like. So I just basically put this together. And yeah, so I got some like fenced off areas. So of course, if the cows do come outside, this is where they would basically stay at. And so yeah, just some more details. So I added in doors and whatnot. And also just like for the laundry, I did add in the actual exterior stairways that led down into the cellars. And I also do have the actual cellars in now. I have the windows. And so yeah, the dirt path really helps here because the dirt path isn't like one block tall completely. There's like a little sliver where it doesn't go to full height, and that's how you get light down in there. So yeah, basically the cellars here as they currently look. I also did the same thing for the carriage stable. So that building back there was the cow barn, and this is the carriage stable. And it also has the staircase and also cellars as well. And I also did kind of work on the inside a little bit, so I got actual stalls in here for what will be the horses. And of course the cows are in the cow barn. And so I think that's pretty much it. This is what the map looks like at the current moment. And that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Don't really have anything else to show. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this update video. So yeah, some pretty exciting developments. Of course, I will continue to work on this as much as I can, although I am starting school this week. So, really took some time of my winter break to work on this, and I think it's really starting to pay off, you know, really showing off kind of the time putting into this. And yeah, so I'll just leave you with one final view. Of course, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any suggestions or questions about the map. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support. And I will see you in the next video, as always. So until then, bye for now, everyone.